happy day, oh happy day, oh happy day. What's up, y'all? I just came through here because I have been very intentional about starting my YouTube channel over the last couple of days. And I'm deep inside this conversation called, put on your glasses so you can see. I'm deep inside this conversation called, how do I move my life around? How do I move my life along, right? And so I decided to document my journey in a way. And I say in a way because my goal is not really to talk about myself or my experiences. My goal is to talk about the things that we all go through, and how we deal with them, how we move and transform ourselves from what it is that we're currently experiencing and what it is that we want to experience. So I'm going to take you all with me. I hope you're ready to go. I'm having a new experience called using language that I really want to use, that is going to enhance my life, that is going to speak to what it is that I truly don't like. They say like life and death. I always say it, y'all. Life and death. Oh, I can't even get it out of my mouth right now, but I will in a minute. Anyway, it resides in the power of the tongue. Thank you so much. I heard, see? And so my world is really magical, right? It's really, really magical in that I can say something and it happens, right? But it's really because I'm taking the action to do the thing that I said I was going to do. It has nothing to do with anything else other than the actions that I take. So that's how I start. That's how I am walking in my transformation now, right? It's really action based. And so over the next few weeks, I'm going to share a lot about myself. I'm going to take you all where I'm going, share some exercises with you because I do yoga, right? Share my spiritual practices with you. I like to read, lighting my candles, my rituals in the morning, talking to the ancestors, and setting motion for the day. And I'm a caretaker for my mom, caregiver for my mom, should I say. And you'll be there for that too. I'm also the mother of a now 18-year-old, young, amazing, melanated man who is meeting life at all of its leaps and bounds. And so you'll get to see me, mama. I'm also a doula. I don't take doula clients very often, but I do have clients that come or, reach out to me for different things. What else? You'll see me just handling business, really. I'm a business owner. My company is Open Arms Consulting, but I'm under some rebranding. I really want to bring forward Shatoya Williamson or Shatoya Patrice Ministries. Y'all help me decide later. But I want to share my journey in a way that is transparent, authentic, but still respecting the fact that I'm kind of a private person, right? I'm an open book, but also a very private person. So this is new for me, and being able to adapt to this lifestyle, right? And again, it's been something that I've been doing for a very long time, and this is the first time that I've taken this approach. So y'all go with me. Y'all talk to me, give me feedback. Let me know what your journey is like. That's really why I want to do this, because I want to be able to meet people who are also on their journey, right? As the channel grows, I plan on having interviews with parents of very it's hard to say. I don't want to say successful children because that's not the goal, but the goal is to bring some light to the melanated community that we have good shit going on. Our men aren't just killing one another. Our mothers are actually working to raise decent children. Our fathers are in the homes and they do want the best for their families. I want to bring about family, right? So this channel, while it feels like it's all over the place while I'm saying it to you, I'm just trying to get it out. And I really feel like once I get it out, it'll organize itself, right? But I really want to connect with you all where you are in the spaces that I can give to, right? And so let me just give you a little background about me. I'm years old. And in this big old age, after having spent almost 15 years in the private sector of pediatric speech and language development, I am also a developmental therapist, and I've worked with families across North Carolina since about 2011. I've always had a knack for people. Prior to getting into the speech, language, and developmental sciences, I was a 911 operator in my city for 6 years. And before that, I worked in a lot of customer service. Now, through all of that, the things that have triggered me, the things that have made me really change the way that I operate is the awarenesses about what it was that I was saying about my life and how my life was coming about. So I told you all about my son, right? That's not true. I said about 16 years old that I was going to be a mom. I also said about 16 years old that not only was I going to be a mom, that I was going to be a single mom, and it was going to be me and my son, and we were going to have a great time. I did not know at 16 that that is not what I wanted. And when it started happening in my life and I became a single mom and I looked at the relationship with Isaiah's dad and I was like, what the hell is this? I don't want to do this shit. It was terrible because my son, he deserves a father that loves him. And I have to own the fact that I set us both up for this reality. That is triggering as hell. Okay, so it's things like that that I want to dissect through with you all, because as a community, it's time for us to do something different. It's time for us to have another experience, and that only comes from each of us taking ownership in our shit. That's what this channel is about. Using our triggers to actually do something different. Now, there's nothing I could do about the situation with his father. I wasn't even gonna try, child. Why? Okay, but in comma, that taught me something, and that's not the last time I got it wrong, right? It taught me something though over the course of time. You know, during my ascension, every time I got to that piece of the puzzle again, I was able to track where I wanted to close some gaps that was still causing me pain and suffering, along the lines of forgiveness, along the lines of surrender, acceptance, letting go, right? These were critical. Now, it wasn't without me being deeply impacted emotionally and physically, right? I was almost 300 pounds. So that's the next thing that we'll talk about, fitness. In my frame that you see here, I carried 280 pounds of weight after I had my son. I also married a man that I didn't love, and it wasn't my son's father. Trigger, trigger, trigger. That really triggered an opportunity for me to get healthy mentally. So around 2014, I took the plunge. Now, that's not to say that shit didn't happen. Okay? All right? Because 2014, 2015, 2016 were years of heightened awareness because I made a decision to find out who I am. Really. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Transformation. That's what all this is about, y'all. So come with me. Go with me. Let me go with you. And I would love to share these stories in detail. I'm going to share these stories in detail today because they deserve to be told. And I want you to know that you are not the only one that's operating in this reality and that you too can change your world at any point in time that you feel like it. And one day y'all get to meet my mama. Right? Remember, I'm private. And one day you'll get to meet my son. Probably sooner than later because he's whatever you call these kids now, Gen Zs or whatever. He's all of that. And I'll tell you the story about how I had to release and let go and transform my mind around what was best for my son and what I could actually offer him as a single mother and the sacrifices that we've made in order to get us here to this moment and what it looks like now, child. Because, honey, again, I'm caretaking for my mom at my mother's house. Yeah. But it's all wrapped up in goodness. I promise you that. It's all wrapped up in goodness. So I'm excited. I'm so excited. There's so much more to share, right? I don't want to make this video extremely long. There's so much more to share. There's so much more to what's going on around here. But it's time to do something different. It's time to start. And it may look a little sloppy. I don't have no script written, y'all. I'm not here to be no perfect YouTube channel lady. I don't even know what that means. Okay? I'm here to share a story. I'm here to get your feedback and I want to hear your stories and I'm here to help you, help me so that we all can move through this life in alignment with what it is that we want and who we are. And we're going to look at that through broad perspectives called our finances, our physical health, our mental health, right? Our spiritual health. So come along for the ride. And if you are ready for the ride, click like, click share, and follow, and all that other stuff that y'all know that y'all do for everybody else, right? I'm ready. I'm so ready, and I'm excited, and I hope you are. Thank you so, so much for sticking with me during this first video. And I promise you, they're just going to keep getting better, and we're just going to keep getting closer. And we're going to just keep growing. Just keep growing, okay? All right. Well, I'm going to get out of here because it's late. And in the morning, I'm going to see how I feel. And if my body says the same, I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to do another one of these videos. And we're going to start this journey together. Glow at Tinamo, I think is how you say your name. Glow, if you here, girl, I hope so, okay? Because you got me out here doing this crazy stuff. So 90 days. 90 days. All right, y'all. Be well.